Hello everyone, this is Phreak. I got the name right with an audio commentary for WCRplays.com. And this is somewhat by request, I guess. Essentially, it's, everyone, freaking everyone, knows about PhilBoT now. Everyone wants to do the PhilBoT strat. I will guarantee you're going to play against the PhilBoT strat more than half the time you play against Undead. Right now I've played against, I think, 4 or 5 Undeads recently, and I think there's been one that went Gargs or something. So, I've played, a lot of Fiend So, if I have played against PhilBoT twice, and I lost both times. The first game was close, the second game I got pretty much massacred, because I really didn't know what I was doing. But I think I'm learning a little bit better what I'm doing, and I have a better feel for what his actual strat is. And one of the things I think you'll notice, sort of, when you're playing against these undeads, is that some of them are going to carbon copy the strat. Some of them are just going to kind of go fiends. They're like, oh, well, PhilBoT goes fiends. And so they'll just kind of go fiends the entire game. They don't even realize that it's about the destros. So, though I did, an audio a little while ago on Undead versus Orc using the PhilBoT strat, this is going to be sort of beating the PhilBoT strat against sort of noobs. And yeah, it's an audio against noobs, but chances are, I don't know, I'm not helping freaking Wizard help beat the PhilBoT strat and crap, so I feel fairly confident that this can still be helpful, So, and yeah, I'm pretty much calling it the PhilBoT strat. As you're going to see in one of the games, it's practically, and I was even thinking this to myself, it's practically the game that, I audioed before. But in any event, we're going to now load up the first game, myself versus Thoughtless. It is on Twisted Meadows, and I guess it'll be titled Game 1 or something like that. Anyway, it's, yeah, these are all against level 38, 40-something players, so they're considered above average by Blizzard, and again, they're level 40, whatever. So, go ahead and, you can put the Fog of War off if you really want to. But anyway, put this up to the 30-second mark at the 1x speed. And, I am a Silver God's point of view. Fog of War off. It really doesn't matter, I guess, but I'll probably be commenting on what both myself and my opponent are doing. So let's go ahead and do the unpause deal. Now, yeah, so go ahead and unpause and I'll sort of talk to you about what was going on in my head at this time. So, unpause in 3, 2, 1, unpause. So we're at 32, 33, 34, 35, and onward. Now, you can see the map is Twisted Meadows, and essentially when the map's loading, I'm like, well, my opponent's level 40-something. For some reason, I thought my opponent would be actually really, really good. So I was like, oh, I might lose this game. So I'm pretty apprehensive about what's going on. I obviously don't want to lose the game and whatnot. At the time of the recording this audio, I'm 10-0, so that's pretty cool. And something that I don't think I went over earlier, or at least in another audio, that I sort of should share with you because it's obviously very important. In Azeroth CL, remember I audioed Game 2 last time? Well, I won Game 3, essentially. He picked Night Elf and I won, so let's see, I beat Boo, right? Well, I also beat Scion in an earlier clan war against Clan TT. He was Abuse UTT. So I beat Scion. Well, in WC3L, Scion beat Todd. Now, Todd, well, freaking Todd beat Spirit Moon at some point in time, I'll guarantee you. Or at least, Todd beat freaking someone along the line. Well, no, here, how about this? Because this is more cement. At some point in time when, while he was in Korea, and he still is, but, with Fav, he beat him at some point in time somewhere along that line. Well, at some point in time, Fav beat Spirit Moon. I don't know, I'll pretty much guarantee you, but anyway, Fav beat Spirit Moon, Fav beat everyone at ESWC 2004, someone in there beat Spirit Moon. And so, Fob and Spirit Moon are considered pretty much the best players in the world. Well, if you follow the whole chain of logic, I'm the best player in the world by beating Scion, who beat Todd, who beat Fav, who beat Moon. I'm sorry, but I'm the best player in the world, and I must pretty much tell you that. Anyway, as a random bit of information, Tavern Heroes came out at 2 minutes 20. Good game. And that's about when the DK came out. Anyway, what's happening right here is I'm going Beastmaster, because I'm thinking, you know what? Beastmaster Panda is a good hero choice against Orc, or, yeah, also against Undead. And essentially what I was thinking is just some random post that someone was making, in staff forums saying, I can't beat Beastmaster Panda. So just keeping that in mind, I'm like, sure, I'll go Beastmaster Panda. In any event, he's like summoning wolves. Wow. Okay, skeletons, and I'm using shift click to cycle through them essentially. And I'm chasing them down as far as I can, trying to get that skeleton warrior for some free experience. I'm still chasing it down, I'm like, whatever, you need to die, really. So guess what? Free experience. I check my hero, I'm like, sweet, I have 32 XP. That means I actually got that kill. And I got that one too. Focusing wolves. God, let's do that again. Focusing skeletons is not a crime. Besides, he's running out of freaking corpses, so now all he's got is his DK. Seriously, getting those out of the way is important. Just do it. You mother trucker. And I bring a wisp over just in case you're trying to do this again. Now I'm focusing on the DK. You really don't want to reject your creeps. I mean, it's really doesn't. You're not going to lose a bunch of HP. I mean, it's a freaking cool beast anyway. By focusing on the DK, don't worry about it. So I force him to run away, and he's just freaking just booking it out. And I guess because of nightfall, he didn't really realize that I still wasn't chasing him anymore. So he comes back, and it's too late because you suck. So whatever. He's gonna come in there. He sees the dead creep. He's like, oh darn. But he summons up skeletons. He's moving along. Now, I was a little apprehensive of a ghoul rush, and you're going to see that's going to happen in some other games. Actually, I'm not sure if I'm going to audio them or not. Maybe I'll do it some other time, but this is going to be too much Undead vs. Night Elf, so maybe I won't do that. Anyway, I start up creeping, and I pretty much just shift-click the archers. I also make sure that I check to see, every once in a while, check group 2 and see who's weakened, and make sure I don't lose any archers to creeps. So, keep my archers at over 80 HP, which means they won't tie to a single coil. 80 HP is how much damage a single coil will do at level 1, and I'm just keeping that on. So he knows what I'm doing right now is I'm getting freaking level 2, and he's got 0 EXP because I'm just Gosu like that, Now I still don't know that he's going fiends. I saw an early DK, so but I also my Wisp Scout saw a graveyard early, so I know he's going fiends. Now at the time of this game, I was on Ventrilo with my good buddy PB Glaive guy or Beef on a Stick, and right here I'm completely not even watching. Like I have no idea what's going on. Like I was just buying a staff teleportation, then eventually I realized there's actually some units over here, so I click my beast match, I'm like, oh darn, I could have stolen the Book of the Dead. So I completely was not looking, so there's a mistake. Look at your freaking mini-map. I mean, you never know what's going to be going on. But in any event, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to make up for losing that Book of the Dead, I'm going to freaking kill your Death Knight. So, TP. Good game. Freaking noob. So, making use of TP, and I'm like, you know what? This is a pretty easy kill right here, I'm going to go kill this Ogre Warrior. I don't know what else is left, but I'm going to kill this Ogre Warrior. Meanwhile, my archers are creeping out, and I've knocked out every single green creep camp on the map. So, sweet. That's 68 EXP times 4. 268 EXP plus 2 wolves plus that creep right there. Plus a force of TP. I think my early game's been pretty good. So I'm going to staff over so I can heal up, and then I'm instantly going to go creep the other merchant shop. Now, why I'm creeping the merchant shop is because I believe I have a good army, and that's a freaking imbalanced creep camp. Now, check that out. That freaking Quill Beast right there, I can summon the Quill Beast. To staff my hero over, use the Quill Beast to summon the Panda. There's a lot of fluidity things you can do with summon heroes, and that's one of them. Now, meanwhile, I'm thinking, okay, he's going fiends, right? Well, you know what? One thing I love to do against Undead is Tier 2 expansion. There's nothing you can do about it. I mean, he has low-level heroes, as I've already seen. I just figure, in general, I'm not really thinking to myself, oh, he's got a level 1 DK, and he's got 2 fiends, whatever. I'm just thinking, look, I know I'm better than his army. I'm not, gauging numbers and everything. I'm just like, you know what? He can't kill me. I know he can't kill me. It's just sort of, it's a given. I think I've played enough games against Undead that I know he can't kill me right now. And I'm safe building an expansion. Now he's got this gay, Imba skeleton coming after my Wisp, so take one out of the mine, put one in the mine, and who cares now. So, good game there. Skeleton time's out anyway, but still, it's better to be safe than sorry. You can't come in and coil it if nothing else. So, whatever. I lost maybe 2 gold total. Who cares, So, I put down Dual Tree of Life, as you can see, put down 2 expansions. That is some of the cool abusive stuff you can do with Night Elf. Now, I'm not really confident about how close I can put my Trees of Life. Really, I don't care. Please, it's a free expansion. The thing can build when I'm not even creeping the spot out. So, I'm gonna maximize sort of my time and continue to creep out as quickly as I can. I don't want to creep really hard camps such as those goblin. It's not goblin. Sorry, it's mercenary camps, because at level 6 mofo is freaking hard to kill. And there's not really a lot of good reward. Chances are I'm going to get a freaking Roar Scroll, and who cares? But anyway, I'm pumping out Dryads, because until I get close to Tier 3, Bears are completely worthless. No, I will get the occasional Adept Bear, just so I can heal up my force and everything, but for the most part, I'm making Dryads. Now, I might even lose this Archer to creeps because I'm retarded, but we'll see. Nope, I pull it back, because I'm elite. Okay. But anyway, focus on level 6 first, because he really isn't that durable. but he can do a lot of damage, and he makes those High Priests do more damage. And really just easy to kill in general. He has a goal, kill my Wisp, but I did send a Wisp Scout in because I want to know if he's going tier 2, or if he's staying tier 2, or if he's rushing to tier 3, so that I know really if I'm safe with going bears, or if I can sort of rush him. Really, there's a bunch of stuff I can do. So I sent a Wisp Scout out because he was, chilling out, and scouting is extremely important. So I scout out, and I just kind of find out what's going on. It really doesn't matter who picks up the tome on any of my heroes because they're, they both have pretty high strength. They both use their mana a lot in battle, and I'm like, oh crap, I just uprooted this Tree of Life. F you. So I quickly root the thing again, and my TP goes in at a pretty sweet spot. Unfortunately, my army is grouped together quite a bit, but you know what, whatever, Breath of Fire, let's go. And I'm just going to quickly focus on this Crypt Fiend. He quells the other Crypt Fiend, and I'm lucky by being able to kill one. So, whatever. I'm focusing the Lich a little bit, and I'm like, oh, okay, Skeleton Warriors, crap. So I'm going to go to my base, and I'm going to click some Wisps and bring them over here. Unfortunately, my Beastmaster's in bad shape, so I'm going to try to staff him over. Guess what? Coil. Mother effer. So I'm like, okay, fine. I'm going to deal with you. I don't care. Get level 3 on the Panda. I'm like, sweet, level 2 Breath of Fire. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, good game. Your Fiends take damage. I don't think I'm going to be able to quite kill that one Fiend who's red, but still, I'm going to do as much damage as I can. Focus on the DK, make him use a pot because of Bash, which is cool. And I'm going to have to, pretty much, I'm just going to have to run home because I have crap. So whatever, I'm going to run home. I'm like, darn it, he forced through my army because that retarded Book of the Dead. He's going to kill this archer, and wow, I've lost most of my army. I've got another Dryad, and I've got an MG. By the way, MGs are a great tie between getting tier 1 and tier 3. Friggin', you seriously won't be able to do it if you go like straight for bears. If they rush you like right here, I have crap. I have like Dryads and archers. That MG is gonna mean a freaking lot. Just watch. Like this is just kind of hilarious. Watch, check this out. Tree of Life at 120 HP, taunt, and then the Wisps come in, and now he's trying to kill my tree. And if it weren't for that taunt, he would have killed my tree. But you know what? Screw you! I've got an MG. Haze owns killing freaking fiends. And I'm like, that was the luckiest taunt of my life. So, okay, not really, but anyway. I'm just gonna go after this Crypt Fiend. Unfortunately, he gets Burrow on, and I'm like, god damn you, go die in a fire. But, you know what? I'm just gonna wait. I don't want to move around, because chances are he's gonna unburrow that mofo. I'm just gonna wait for him. I mean, essentially, I'm like, whatever. I'm gonna uproot this Tree of Life, I'm gonna eat a tree. I'm gonna start walking over to the Expo. Because roughly, by the time my Beastmaster gets back, and he is reviving, he has a staff teleportation on him. I can pick up dust, staff over to my army, and then go, like, save myself. Now, at the time, like, I thought he had crept out the expansion anyway, because his army came from the top. So I'm like, okay, I can even just walk my tree over, so F this. So, again, he's bringing in his army and crap. I'm like, F you. And then I'm like, what the heck? He's bringing up his Crypt Fiend? Sweet, okay, die Crypt Fiend. And I'm like, wow, you're retarded. So, thanks for the Crypt Fiend, nig. So, unfortunately for him, he's like, actually, by the end of this game, he actually told me that he had like a bunch of lag and crap, and I mean, I don't doubt it, because I mean, whatever. But anyway, that kind of sucks. But you know what? Taunt helps. Taunt actually does, for a short time, take preference over like what they were originally going to focus. However, my MG got ensnared, so that kind of killed that. But you can get them to not attack your Tree of Life and crap. And anyway, my Tree of Life's getting like mass raped, and I'm like, god damn it, go the hell away. But, I've pretty much have to send some Wisps over and start repairing this motherfucker, because it's going to get really freaking hurt. And I'm pretty much scared for the life of my Tree of Life. Kind of funny there. Anyway, but I've got to quickly creep this out. It's down to 110 HP, whatever. I'm going to try to eat another tree, but, I'm getting a lot of close calls here. I know, I am. So losing some archers, getting Novad, which really sucks and whatever. But I pick up the ring, and I'm like, okay, you need to go away. Like, seriously. But luckily, my Tree of Life's going to be okay. My other one's over by the expansion, like, just being whatever. I've uprooted it, brought it close to the creeps. Luckily, it is nightfall, so it's not like getting owned or anything. That was pretty much planned, because I knew I wasn't going to be able to sit next to it for a while. In any event, I'm just trying to regroup my army, trying to build an army, because really, I spent like 800 gold freaking building Trees of Life, and I haven't gotten any profit back on them yet. I've had to spend another 200 gold repairing that tree or whatever. So, I mean, I do have quite a bit of a disadvantage, but, that's what Beastmaster Panda does. And, being able to creep extra, because this is one of the things that you have to realize. Now, I realize creeping doesn't give you a lot of gold, but it does give you some, and it's more than you probably realize. Now, in a bit, you're going to see a really ghostly move that I'm kind of proud of. It's pretty sweet. I think you should, like, applaud and, like, give me $1 million for doing it. In any event, creeping doesn't give you a lot, but it does help. Like, I've seen it, I've noticed it making a difference. Anyway, I'm like, god damn it, go the hell away from my expansion, you gay mother effer. But whatever, check this out. Staff preservation my Beastmaster home, pick up a TP, staff him teleport back to my panda, and then TP to my expo. Yes, bitch, that was Gasu. Really, I was thinking, okay, well, you know, I should use the shop over at my, you know, over the shop, but dude, that'll take freaking forever. I'll never be able to do that. I'm like, okay, fine. Well, then how about like, oh, I have a shop at my base. Sweet, let's go. So I'm like, okay, let's mass summon. I got level 4 on both my heroes, which is really nice. Unfortunately, I was trying to kill that Lich, but I was a little slow with that. I'm gonna try to kill the DK now. I should taunt it, but I think I don't, because I'm like, taunt a little far back because of gate east delay. Whatever. Do a bunch of damage to it. I'm, you know, keeping it low. You know, it's all good. And now I'm like in this extended battle. So I'm like, okay. Actually, he's just running away, but it will be an extended battle. You just watch. Anyway, I'm walking my tree over to go put an expansion up. His DK is pretty low. I'm doing some damage to his Lich and crap. I freaking better kill this Lich. And check this out. This is like the gay. He barely misses that coil. I mean, that's pretty like retarded in Bal. That I think really that's imbalanced. Like for undead, I think that's really lame. But I think it's also, you know, give and take, as it can be used offensively against 3 races. So it's kind of a give and take kind of thing, but I mean, it really is more of an offensive spell than a defensive skill. I mean, like, think about how many times it's actually used to nuke versus heal. Usually used more to nuke. I mean, seriously. So, whatever. You'll have to live with it, because you can use it as a nuke, so screw you. In the meantime, I've got, you know, my 4/4 hero army. I'm pretty confident in that. I've got my second expansion going up. Now I am building the wisps for it. And I'm going to be walking over some wisps from my main, I think. I forget. Whatever. It doesn't really matter. Either way. There's some wisps at my expo being built. And some wisps at the other expo being, you know, used to chop down gold. Whatever. But I pick up another TP because I realize I'm going to need another one if in case he harasses an expo. No, I know he doesn't know about my lower expo, which is part of why I'm not worried about repairing it. I know he knows about my upper expo, but I don't care because I just beat his ass like 3 times in a row. So yeah, F you, nig. And so, you know, whatever. I am healing up my Dryad. Now, one of the things you should be careful about healing your casters with Night Elf, with Moonwells, check their mana. I mean, if your Dryad is full mana, go ahead. I mean, you're just going to heal its hit points and you're fine. If it's like a dot with 0 mana and 0 HP, I'd use a Rejuve if you have one. I mean, seriously. And use a Moonwell on your hero or something. I think I've mentioned this earlier, but I'm going to mention it again. Moonwell will use equal amounts of mana on both your mana and the hit point of your unit. Now, 1 mana on a Moonwell will heal 2 HP, and 2 mana on a Moonwell will heal 1 mana. So, there's a bit of a mismatch there. Now I'm like, sweet, a free Lich. Okay, let's go. F you, Lich. And notice he just crept that out, so I know he's, you know, close by. And of course, he's right there, so I'm like, sweet. Anyway, he eats up some Drunken Haze. I use some taunt. I'm focusing on the Lich. I'm like, die Lich, you cross-dressing mofo. Whatever, die, seriously. I'm doing pretty well. I mean, now he's like done this retarded like movement path where he's like running completely across my army, so I'm like, sweet, free kills. So I'm like, taunt. Oh, that was luck right there again. But you know, you'll take what I can get, dude. It's pretty sweet. So now I know I'm gonna get this Fiend. I don't even know about his mana. I just know about his cooldown. He'll never get that one. There's another Fiend over here that I'm gonna freaking slap because he's like a total nig. And of course, he actually burrows that one. So at this point, I'm like, oh, dude, I need to freaking like use some Goblin Laboratories. So I'm gonna send some wisps over to the Goblin Laboratories. I'm pretty much doing that pretty soon. I will be doing that pretty soon. Right now, though, I've got my Beastmaster taking a bunch of damage. I'm like, gosh darn it, go away. So right now, I pretty much have my army split up into 2 groups, and I so should have had that surround right there. He's like totally lucky. That would have like ended the game, but he somehow slipped out because he's like a lucky muffo. But anytime you sort of see a hero in a bad position, freaking go and surround it. I mean, obviously that's like a given, but seriously, like make a point of doing that. Now right here, I'm like, sweet, dude, like that Fiend is like nowhere near. Or actually, sorry, that Fiend is freaking right close, wow, right next to the shop. Dust, GG. Panda gets the kill. Good job, Panda, you Chinese wannabe mofo. So, I'm massing bears at my wow, my main base now. I mean, I've got the gold for it, as you can probably pretty much tell. I'm putting on a second Ancient Allure, so I only had 1 for a while. My wood's been pretty limited, because I've eaten up a lot of wisps building the Tree of Life. And also, it took a lot of wood to build the Tree of Life, and, you know, whatever. And so I'm massing like crap loads of wisps right now. You know, you can see I'm building one at every single Tree of Life I have, except for the bottom one, because I'm cheap. Even though I have like crap loads of gold. But anyway, I'm gonna go check for an expansion right now. I'm like, okay, well, let's see if he crept up the top, because right about now, PhilBoT would have expanded. You know, he would have. My intuition is saying, you know, this mofo's freaking expanding. You whore. So, yeah. I was gonna use a variety of racist terms, and that would get me banned, so I did. Anyway, so I'm creeping, and I'm making a point of putting my MGs in first. You know, I've got my range in Group 2, my melee in Group 1. My Group 1 consists of 4 units, my Group 2 consists of about 8. Obviously, they're not very big, because most of my food is freaking tied up in making bears at my home and having 15 wisps on gold, whether gay, yeah, whatever. Anyway, yeah, I've now got Master Druid's Claw, though, and I'm like, sweet, I'm gonna send my Druid's Claw, you know, into action now. And I try to make a point of getting all the claws out of my base and make a point of staying at 80 food. I mean, despite the fact that I could easily get up to, you know, high upkeep and not feel a crunch at all, I just kind of want to make a point of really massing up and going for items and upgrades instead. I don't have freaking any wood, but I will still be getting upgrades. As you can see, some kind of Gosu intuition, I just click my Hunter Saw and I'm now getting creature attack. Check this out, I do have a, well, no upgrades at all. I have archer range, and I have archer marksmanship, because that thing freaking owns so much. Like, that is seriously underrated like crazy. Archers do so much freaking damage, it's not even funny. At this point, I'm gonna end up screwing up and killing my own item, and the wrong item at this point, because, like, I'm retarded and whatever. But anyway, I rejuve MGs. It takes 4 rejuves to freaking heal up an MG, so, like, it'll take more than 1 claw to do the job if they're, like, completely hurt. And I'm freaking 2 EXP away from a level 5 panda. I didn't really realize that, but I just realized, hey, I've got a level 5 Beastmaster, sweet. Now, one of the things I don't do very often is actually check to see how close I am to leveling up and crap. Like, anyway, I'm gonna kill the wrong item here. I'm gonna freaking kill the Talisman because I'm retarded. It takes 2 hits and it's gone. I'm like, God, you suck. But whatever. I pick up Staff on the Beastmaster. I'm gonna reorganize some items, I think, pretty soon anyway. Actually, the time to reorganize items is when you're moving. There's nothing you can do, or there's nothing to do, I should say. And oh sweet, Destroyer Jack. And he's trying to creep the same spot as me. And he just like instantly TBs out because he's like, oh crap, I'm gonna lose all my crap. So Destroyer takes a bunch of damage and it goes to pretty much 0 HP at home, but no kill, which kind of sucks. But what can you do? He calls the Destroyer, as you can see if you're still clicking the Destro. And right now I'm like, okay, this is pretty much PhilBoT versus Yolani Suho. Mass Expo. Now I didn't realize that he put an Expo up top. I just saw he had an Expo down at the bottom. So I'm like, Expo at the bottom, die. So anyway, my panda is like close to level 5, and he's gonna freaking get level 5, or he better. I'm like, sweet, level 5, Staff of Preservation, Home of Bear, and I'm like, alright, let's go. Let's go, you crazy jur. And so I'm like, okay, Beastmaster, use potion of whatever. Go Staff, nope, I don't want to risk dying, so I TP. And now, unfortunately, there was a delay between haze and fire, and none of those freaking noobs caught fire. And I was like, oh, that's imbalanced. But, you know, whatever. Now, you can also see that whenever I saw the freaking your gold income's about to run out, you retard, I get Nature's Blessing. Because, seriously, I know it costs 200 wood and it costs 150 gold, but think about this. If you have Nature's Blessing, 2 sappers won't kill a Tree of Life. If you don't, 2 sappers will kill a Tree of Life. That's freaking painful if you don't plan for that. Because that can end a game right there. I'm serious. In other news, it also means your tree walks about up twice as fast. I don't care how close that other gold mine is, you're going to save more than 15 seconds by getting freaking Nature's Blessing. Also, it means that if it gets jacked midway through the map, it has a much higher probability of surviving. In fact, it has essentially 30% more hit points. When it's a Tree of Eternity, that means freaking 600. That's a lot. Actually, yeah, it means 600. That's a lot, as I said. So I've got like Spirit Bear, which is like complete imbalance. It's got like Imbal Bash and crap. And one of the cool things is that he can't coil his Naga, but he still has a freaking healing potion. I try to blink it again, try to get a bash, but I'm unlucky there. He's using Destroyers to get my Spirit Bear, which I'm like, hey, screw you. And, you know, that's kind of too bad, but, you know, he's got this lame Crypt Fiend imbalance, and this is where I finally go to the Goblin Laboratories. I didn't do it beforehand, I do it now. I misjudged when I did it. I don't even know if the Wisps even get to the right spot, but I, you know, try anyway. And yeah, okay, for future reference, Wisp goes on the right-hand side, on the left-hand shop, and actually, I might even be able to get it. Wait, nope, I'm a noob. Okay, never mind. But we'll check the one on the backside later, towards 5 o'clock. and we'll see what happens. Now I'm seeing he's going freaking frost worms, and I'm like, gosh darn it, he's got frost worms. Now frost worms are freaking imbalanced. They slow for 10 seconds on heroes. Like, holy crap. So I'm like, whatever, I'm gonna use staff preservation, try to save a bear. I'm gonna do my best, gonna try to save it. So the panic comes up, and oh, save it. Oh, I'm a noob. So there's one bear that wasn't saved, but you know what's cool? You're gonna see this Tree of Eternity bitch slap a bunch of acolytes, and it's freaking funny. It is really pretty cool. I thought, oh, that's funny. Anyway, he's got this echo and Scott's my expansion over here, my Tree of Life, and I'm like, hey, screw you. I didn't actually notice at the time. I don't really care either, because we're like fighting. But anyway, he's like trying to focus my Beastmaster. I'm like, hey, screw you. So whatever, you know. I'm just doing my thing, you know. Spirit Bear's taking some damage, Bear's taking some damage, you know. I'm gonna lose Druid's Claw, but no, I like teleport it. Funny thing is, it goes like freaking 10 feet away, which is kind of hilarious. Also, my Panda's getting slapped, like a lot. Freaking Panda's getting like mass owned. Go, use you potion. So I like use me potion. Gets coiled. Use healing scroll. Try to save the TP over. Well, guess what? He gets the TP and then freaking dies. So I'm like, well, I don't have a freaking TP. I'm in healing scroll because I've got, you know, some rigid units. Gonna try to kill the Lich, though I can't. And this Tree of Eternity is hilarious. Just you know, watch it pretty soon in a second. And when he's jacking my units, I'm like, God, go away. But the good thing about my 5 expansions is TP and healing scroll. Summon the bear real quick, so that I've got, you know, some protection. I'm gonna blink it over. Just as some ownage right there, and TP and healing scroll. So whenever I need to, I healing scroll. Now I realize that I have plenty of money, so I can healing scroll whenever I want to, and it really doesn't freaking matter. So I just make sure that I don't lose any like Dryads or Archers, even if they're at like half hit points. You know, use it. I don't care. This Tree of Eternity though kills Akos in 3 shots. I'm freaking owning his Akos. I even clicked the Tree of Eternity again. I was like, wow, dude, my Tree of Eternity is like owning this expansion. So I'm like, sweet, good game expansion. You know what's funny? It even kills the freaking gold mine. I swear to God. It's hilarious. Anyway, Druid of the Claw getting raped. I'm like, God damn it, go away. And now I pick up a freaking Dark Ranger. Why I pick up the Dark Ranger? I don't know. I was just reminded of the Suho game, and I'm like, you know what? Silence is a good spell. I'm going to use some silence. So I use some silence. And I'm losing some bears. I'm like, God damn it, stop killing my bears, you freaking slut. So I trade bears for fiends, and really, that's fine. He's run out of gold at his base a long time ago. Every unit I kill, he pretty much, well, can't replace aside from the 480 gold that he currently has. In any event, I have 1 lazy expansion. I feel ashamed that I have lazy expansion. I mean, that's really too bad, but I've got another 4 that are working or something, so F you. Now, my base master gets low, and I'm like, okay, TP. Well, guess what? I TP freaking next to his expansion. And I'm like, holy crap, that's like the lame, so whatever. But I quickly staff my Beastmaster over because I'm like, I don't want him to get jacked. You can see his army already ran over to try to, you know, kill the Beastmaster. I just staff him over to a Dryad that was nearby, pick up a TP and an Invul Pot, and I'm going to flank his army. Up the ass. So, flanking is going on. I'm continuing to purchase upgrades, I believe. Yep, wow. Freaking perfect timing, I swear to God. I'm again getting reinforced hides and then level 2 beast attack. I could have done that a freaking lot earlier. I'm forgetful, I'm sorry. My macro is kind of lacking. A lot of it's because I don't have to build any units. And I'm not used to having this much money. Like, I used to be like a total upgrade whore, and now I'm forgetting to upgrade. It's like the gay. Anyway, I'm focusing on the Frostworm a little bit. He's still got those 2-1 upgrades. I've got 2-0. And, yeah. I'm getting reinforced hides pretty much for my MGs. I'm not really making any bears anymore. I still will make a few, I believe, but I really hardly have any at all. Just because, I mean, they're not useful. He doesn't have any fiends anymore. You know, I just need some MGs to tank a little bit, and that's all good. So, I get my Beastmaster home, and I'm like, crap, dude, I need a freaking Staff of Preservation. So, I sell the little Staff of Retardation, and buy the Staff of Preservation. So, guess what? Guess what? 40, oh, 19, oh, I'm sorry, you didn't kill my Mountain Giant. Good game, noob. Lol. Lol, yes, lol. Anyway, I'm gonna kill this Frostworm. I'm like, good game, Frostworm, you're at 1 HP. Go, Dryads! Yay, I killed the Frostworm. And he leads the game. And I'm like, lol, he didn't even say GG. But that's how you beat the PhilBoT strat against people who have, like, as much lag as PhilBoT, and don't know the strat as well as PhilBoT, is you creep. I mean, seriously, you can out-creep him, because his units come out later, pretty much what you do is you split Archer Creep and Summon Hero Creep. Every time I play against Undead, unless I go DH or Warden, I go Summon Hero, and I creep with the Summon Hero while creeping with Archers. Now what I do is I creep a green spot that's close to his base with the Summon Hero. I creep the spot right next to my base with the Archers, and I essentially split up the creep camp so that they each can creep, a camp next to them and move on. Now in this case, I was actually getting, quote, creep checked, unquote, by Death Knight, and really it did freaking nothing, so whatever. So, well, he got kind of owned, so good game. There's another game I want to sort of, I don't really want to audio it, but I do want you to watch the game. It's actually a pretty cool game. I actually just played it, like that was the 10th win I had, and I freaking enjoyed this game. That was like Microfest 2005, except for noobs like me, so Microfest to the 1/3 power, so cube root of Microfest 2005. Anyway, it's a freaking cool game. I'm going to include it in the zip. I really recommend you watch it. It's pretty cool. I actually really enjoyed the game. Actually, yeah, it was just a really good game. It was like freaking close. We all lost some heroes and stuff. I just enjoyed it, and it really shows the value of wisp gutting. As you saw, I did it this game and saw both his expansions. And I saw his expansion in the game. I'm going to include. It's just freaking cool. I mean, seriously, it's like the ownage. So I recommend you watch that game. It is freaking cool. This time I don't get to use Panda or Beastmaster, so I get to use a little bit of a different hero combo. Actually, I'm going to include 2 games. One of them is against Gargs. One of them is against freaking Cryptlord Fiends. And now you might be thinking, oh my god, Cryptlord Fiends, that's so noob. Lol, he's going Cryptlord against Night Elf. Well, you're going to see a lot of that, because everyone is obsessed with PhilBoT, and the most popular replays are his versus a card. So everyone freaking goes Cryptlord, because they're like, oh, Cryptlord's so good with Fiends, and not realizing that they're facing freaking Night Elf, who have Wisps. So, a lot of the end of the face are going to be retards, like the ones I faced. Some may go DK, like the one I faced here. Either way, you should be able to beat him. Seriously, you have to out-creep him. If you don't, you are screwed. And you have to out-expand him, or again, you are screwed. So that double expo is really kind of what saved me. Yes, I had 2,000 gold in the bank, but I mined more out of that from each expo. So I would have been essentially in debt if it weren't for both of those. So it did also allow me, if I sort of suicided my army against his, to rebuild and not get picked off afterwards. So it's just useful to have money in the bank so you can buy TPs. I'm not saying always have 700 gold on hand so that you can buy a TP and a healing scroll and an info pot within 5 seconds. But if you're at 80 food, I really don't recommend going into high upkeep unless your opponent is as well. And even then, try to delay as long as you can, and then go up to 100 food and then instantly attack. Go back down to 80 food and kind of do the same thing. Just TP out as soon as you sort of hit 80, or whatever, and just kind of, just redo that for a while. Anyway, this will be the end of this. I will include the 2 games. The one against Cryptlord Fiends. Well, I guess both of them are going to be on 2 rivers. The one against Cryptlord he has like capitals in his name. The one who goes like Garg doesn't. And I thought the Garg game was really cool because it had like another Microfest a little bit, and I have really no idea how I managed to survive in like the early bit, but like I somehow managed to like win there. And then I was like just like mass owning with like Demon Hunter and Warden. It was pretty sweet. And I'm really like starting to hate now on Night Elf solo hero, like on non-tavern. I think dual hero is really freaking potent. Like DH Warden, if you get them really close to each other, they can both level up really fast. And you've got Mana Burn, FOK, and Shadow Strike. That crap owns noobs. Against Orc, I think solo hero's better because they have freaking Raiders and they're always going to go Raiders. But freaking Undead, and even Human to an extent, as long as you get a Staff Preservation, yeah, I think that's better, is getting dual hero, DH Warden, or DH Keeper, which you're going to see in the Cryptlord Fiend game. Overall, games I think you should watch. I think they're very good games. So, this will be the end of this commentary. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned some things. Hope it was an improvement over any previous audios and whatnot. I hope I am improving and whatnot, and give you some feedback and everything. Just I hope I talked a little bit slower. Maybe not. I don't know. But leave me feedback. Give me some advice because I do want to improve. So, this will be the end of this. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and later.